If you just want to try something different this year for Thanksgiving instead of pumpkin pie, I'm a traditional pumpkin pie gal, but if you want to try something new, this pumpkin crunch cake is so good. And when I say cake, it isn't like cake. It's more like a custardy cake. You can't go wrong with this recipe, and I'm going to show you how right now. This recipe is not in the Griffiths cookbook, so I will write it down in the description below so you have it. The first time I tasted the pumpkin crunch cake was at our church party. A lady brought it, and oh, it was so good, and I just know you're gonna like it. Begin with a 15-ounce can of pumpkin puree. This is just straight pumpkin. And a 12-ounce can of evaporated milk. Then add 4 eggs. Half a cup of sugar and a half a cup of brown sugar. I told you this was going to be easy, but I didn't tell you to preheat the oven. So go preheat your oven to 350 degrees right now. I haven't done anything with this yet. I'm still adding to it. We need 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla. Now the recipe calls for a tablespoon of pumpkin spice. I don't have pumpkin spice, so I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and a teaspoon of ground ginger. Okay, I might have told you wrong. It's 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon ground cloves, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now you're going to want to melt a cup of butter, and that's what I have here is a cup of butter. This is that pan I burnt that one time. It never did come completely out of it. Now all you do is sprinkle a yellow cake mix over the top of this batter. Some people don't use the whole cake mix because they like the filling, or the, I don't know what you call it. They like it to be more custardy. So if you use more of the cake mix, it's more like a cake, and if you use less, it's a little custardy. So I'm not going to use all of it, but I'll use most of it. Just kind of pat it down on it. I'll show you. Just then just sprinkle it with the nuts. I've got some pieces of pecans. I'm putting about a cup on here of pecans. And that's what makes it good and crunchy. Okay. Then you take your cup of butter and just drizzle it across the top. I know it's kind of weird, but somehow it all cooks in and mixes in. I don't know how it does it. And I know that's a lot of butter, but I'm telling you what, this stuff is so dang good. Now, bake this in the oven for 40 minutes. Hello. Well, this is perfect. Nothing. Well, bring your drinks if you want a drink. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any drinks here. Come as you are. Chad just barely walked in the door. He's back there getting cleaned up a little bit, I think. So, whenever. Just barely. All right, bye-bye. Okay, today I have more testers, but you're eating something different.
I am. I made a cheesecake.
She is keto all the way, girl, and she made her keto cheesecake. I'm impressed with her cheesecake. I'll have to make it on my channel.
Okay.
And David and Chad are going to try out this pumpkin crunch and tell us what they think. So, what do you think, David?
So, you made this.
I did.
Okay.
Oh, it looks good, Jennifer.
Mm.
Does he look like a cute grandpa? He's a cute grandpa.
Well,
What do you think?
that good? First of all, the piece of cake is not big enough. So that's for starters.
Well, David
Yeah.
got a bigger one. You just sat at the wrong
Yeah.
chair.
Well, mine was used in the thumbnail and my whipping cream's all melted.
That's
But,
really good.
but yeah,
That has a wonderful crunch to it. It's really quite pleasant to bite into.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Has a wonderful pumpkin flavor to it with nuts and
so if you don't want to make a pumpkin pie this year, this is the next best thing. I'm still a pumpkin pie girl, but these are
these
pretty
are
dang
good.
good. I want to see Merlene's. Okay. Tell me what you've got there, Merlene.
It's a cheesecake with nut, and it's still frozen.
Is there sugar in it?
No, well, it's a sugar substitute.
Okay.
Yeah. It's still frozen.
Looks good.
It's still frozen.
Okay.
we'll come back next week.
I freeze them.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.